everyone, it's LynzloByChoice here. Thanks for stopping by the channel today. I'm happy you're here because this is going to be a very unique build that I'm making right now, and also it's going to be used in a later video. So I really hope you like it. Grab everything you need. Let's get right into this build. I end up actually loving it. So let's get into it. All right, so if you don't know, my name is LynzloByChoice. I actually make a lot of videos in The Sims 4. That's building, that's, you know, just playing in the game and all of that good stuff. But as you can see right now, we're doing a speed build, and this is for a Strangerville Investigator. Now, you may think, oh, this is just a beautiful home. And by the thumbnail, you're right. This is a beautiful home. It just has a little newscaster's van outside. What you don't know is that this is not a newscaster. This is not a journalist. No, this is a person who has a day job that on their free time investigates what's going on in their hometown, because obviously the military and the police officers and everyone, they don't know what they're doing. So they take it amongst themselves to investigate what's going on, because you can't trust the man. If you don't know what the man is, this is just the people that are in charge, the people that are supposed to be taking care of stuff like this. But that's just the way that I talk. That's not really like anything in the game. So I'm gonna get into like just some details of the home. Like, so this was in the part of the town where they had like actual homes, and it was really structured and everything. And so I really wanted to bring that in here. I don't know if you can tell that my voice is a little bit gone. It is earlier in the day, but also I have been talking a great deal, so my voice is kind of strained. I'm sorry about that, but I had to give this voiceover because I actually love this build, and I want to get into what I really have in store for, you know, this build and everything else. And I can't do that until I produce this for you all. You can see on the first floor of the octagon that I made it so that you can eat there, and then it's also like a little book cave. Like, it's so beautiful, and I feel like it really works for this sim because they're always in their books. They're always looking for the next thing. They really need to stay up to date, and that is a great way for them to do it. Now, although the foundation of this home looks normal, as soon as you walk in, it is not normal. This is the home of someone who is obsessed with getting to the bottom of whatever is going down in this town. So, you know, the people don't be walking around acting crazy. Things that come with this home is really great. So on the foundation, you end up getting about 2 to 3 bedrooms. I turned one of the bedrooms into a home gym. You could make it 2 decent sized bedrooms and a closet, or you can make it 3 bedrooms. It all has 2 baths. We have a full kitchen, a full dining, and also a full living room, and a secret space on the top level. Now, I actually love the idea of keeping it very close to what the environment looks like, so I had to use some of the plants that you see, you know, in the distance. I had to use those plants. I wanted to see if I could make like a privacy fence or something, but I did not end up doing that. What I did end up doing is putting a lot of the Strangerville items here, because I really wanted, I mean, this is honestly in Strangerville, so how could I not use most of the Strangerville items in this home? But it is not a limited pack build, so there are a bunch of other items throughout this that isn't limited to base game in Strangerville. If you would like to see me do a limited pack build, let me know which one and I'll definitely do it. I want to do them, but I pick and choose from almost every pack, so it's really hard for me to decide. So if you only have one pack, or if you'd like to see me just build one particular pack, let me know, because I'd love to try. But a difficult part of building this was really this kitchen. As you can see, it scales the entire wall, but there ends up needing to be an entrance to the back patio from where the refrigerator is right now. So I have to shift that entire thing over. I end up going back and forth with a bunch of the countertops and what it may look like. So the ones that you end up seeing right now is not what I end up using. I love the idea of having different chairs at that round table. I wanted to use a square table at first, and it was only going to be one that fits 4 chairs, but I was like, this is a beautiful space and it's much bigger than that, so I could fit that round table, and so I had to use it. I end up adding a microwave and a coffee maker because I felt like they are all about the quick meals. You can see they have the hot chocolate little setup right there, but also I needed the coffee because, again, they're investigating a big thing that's going on in the city that they live in. So they're always focused. They don't have time to grab a 4-star dinner at the nearest restaurant or anything. They just really want to put their head down and get focused on it. And I feel like everything that I put in here was really intentional, and I really hope you can see that. In the end, I think there's one part of this home that I feel like I would just love to have personally, and that's the book area and the setup for the table. Like, I would love to just take it out the game and place it right in front of me like IRL, and I can't, and that's okay. But you can see I was able to shrink the kitchen and add that walkway, so under the stairs you can walk straight out to the back patio. But on the inside in this kitchen, I do end up extending it again because I needed to really use up this space. I end up adding this little island area where I end up adding the sink right there, and I felt like that was necessary. It was a great way to use up the space, or else it was just going to be like a lot of emptiness going on, and I didn't want that. It was around this time where I realized I really just wanted to get this living room done. I was tired of it looking like the place furniture in there, and I had to tackle it, you know? So I ended up going in and adding in this beautiful fireplace. I love it, with the matching wallpaper, which is a brick wallpaper. And I know what you're gonna say, the brick wallpaper downstairs is not the same one on the second level where the gym is. And you're right. And that's because this is The Sims, it isn't real life. So I actually just put it in there. I felt like this brick worked for downstairs, but it wouldn't necessarily work for upstairs. And also, I wanted it to match the one outside for upstairs. I feel like it's okay. If I was going for more of a realistic vibe here, I would most likely just use the brick that I use outside and bring it inside, things like that. But I didn't feel the need to do that. So I hope you can take my creative lane here and, you know, admire that. But now I'm moving into this bathroom that we have for the first level, and I end up going for a lighter tone in here. We do have the window above the sink, and for that, I can't really put the mirror there. So I made sure to add the mirror in this bedroom. Now, I love the idea of having a half wall in this bedroom, and so I wanted to add it somewhere. I just didn't know where. And the fact that there are so many doors on one side of this octagon, I figured it would make sense to kind of section this part off so that if you did have guests, or if you're having someone over to help you investigate, things like that, you would bring them up. They wouldn't necessarily have to look directly at the head of your bed as they're walking to the balcony or going to this super secret space above this bedroom. Lately, I have been gravitating more towards yellows and really refreshing colors, which is kind of odd because even though I picked this refreshing color here, it does end up being a darker room still. So I don't know what that means, but the bedspreads in there, and then also in the one small little bedroom that we have outside of that one, ends up being yellow as well. And I absolutely love it. This is when I had the idea to kind of make that gym bigger. I end up going back down, going out, like I end up going everywhere trying to finish this build. I felt like my mind really wasn't in one place. So the second that I thought about an item, or I saw an item and I thought it could go somewhere else, I just kind of went there. And I'm sorry about that. I felt like I needed to add these cameras here. These cameras we ended up getting from Get to Work, and I needed them to be outside. I was thinking about them being inside, but I thought that would be a little bit too much, so I don't end up doing that. And I wanted it to continue going against this traditional backscape inside the home, so I felt like just having the cameras outside was fine. And I figured that because they're investigating so much, and they are the kind of investigator that would go to any length to get the information they need. And I'm going to show you exactly why I think that as we get on in the build. I think their brain is always kind of scattered, so you end up seeing like a lot of boxes everywhere, a lot of papers everywhere. There are a ton of books. You can see in the bottom, like there are books in every one of those shelves, and then we end up adding more books on top. There are books in the bedroom, there are books on the countertops, on the table, even on the end table in the living room. So it's pretty much everywhere. And again, I really want this just to be for someone who's really engaged in closing this case on what is going on in Strangerville. And that leads me to us playing in this build. So I will be doing a little let's play that we're just going to investigate what's going on in Strangerville. I played it once when it released about 4 years ago, and it was fun. I wasn't doing a video. I wasn't really thinking about any of that. I was just playing on my own and just trying to get through it, and I was cheating a lot. let me be honest, I do remember cheating a lot. So I am not going to cheat in this one. We're going to do it together. We're going to figure out what's going on in Strangerville, and it's going to be a great time. We're going to enjoy ourselves. So yeah, if you want to be notified whenever I post that video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and click the post notification bell so you can be notified whenever I post it. We are leading right into the secret space, and this is really tailored to this investigation. Like, although you can see they are dedicated because there is an outside office in front of the house. It's not really an office, it's just a table and stuff, but there's that, and then there's a listening device on the back porch. But this is really where they do a bunch of their investigating. Like, they have the little whiteboard there. That's the whiteboard that we got from the high school years expansion pack, and then papers everywhere. I end up using a bunch of stuff from Get to Work, as well as the shelves, and then I use a mannequin, and this mannequin ends up having on like a janitor's outfit. And I figure, like, whenever they're going investigating at the actual lab, they would put that on, and so if they have any questions, they're gonna be like, oh no, I just work here, I'm a janitor, I don't even care what's going on here. It really just alludes to the fact that they'll do anything to get to the bottom of this, and that proves it. Like, there's papers all over the house, there's investigative material all over the house. They have 3 separate stations where they can work. There is a dedicated gym area, and they're so paranoid that they have cameras outside of their home. So they're in it way too deep to stop, and that is why they're going to solve the mystery. I'm convinced. But then again, whenever I feel like you're going to the lengths of like disguising your identity, I feel like my Sims are too deep. So they're going to win, I'm convinced. But back to the build, you can see I'm really working on this bookshelf area. I end up adding a fire extinguisher because, you know, safety, and then going right back up here and just adding some more detail. Like, I really want this to be like, they are really dedicated, so I had to add a lot of detail up here, everywhere. Now this bedroom, although they are investigator and everything, in case you don't really want to play that deep into it, you can delete most of the paper decorations and stuff like that, and this bedroom will really just look like a bedroom. So I don't add any papers in there, I don't add any papers in the other bedroom, and although that might be odd because they have papers everywhere else, I feel like just because they have that investigative area upstairs, they don't really bring the papers and just leave it downstairs. But we're moving into the gym, and over here I have all 3 of the things. We have the sparring, and that one came with Strangerville, and then the treadmill, and then the arms workout machine, and I play tested that, and you can go to all of those. So we're perfect there out on that patio. You can see I have that listening device out there, and I have that there, but then I also add a little picnic table and a grill, so there is an activity there. We have multiple computers on here. There are a bunch of activities that you can do in this home, and I feel like it's great because in order to solve this mystery, I feel like you need to do it all. And I think that's great because outside of having this investigation that they do for Strangerville, they do have an actual job. So among all of the different skills you can have here, you can maybe contribute that to the investigation, but also to the main career that the sim may have. We are slowly wrapping up this speed build. I just need to add a few things to really make it look like a home in a way. Like, I don't want it to be any awkward spaces, and this layout is a bit different than different layouts that I've done in the past, and it was a little bit difficult to really fill in the space, so I had to make sure I did that in a way that just kind of made sense to me, but also allowed you to actually play throughout it. And that's why I tried to play test as much as I could. But again, I was trying to really get this speed build done, so I wasn't able to play test up here much. But if anything, you just have to remove a few things so you can get to the computer. So as you can see, the entire structure of this ends up being like very on brand with a traditional home that you'd like just see in Windenburg probably. But there are a lot of big features that I wanted to add in that would be specific to this particular sim, but also the world in Strangerville. So I hope you enjoyed this video. You can download this off the gallery right now. Go ahead, like this video, check out some more videos, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel, please. That helps me so much. It lets me know like you enjoy the videos that I'm making and you'd like to see more of them. But also, if you just like to stay around and hang out, that's fine too. Don't forget to click the notification bell if you want to be notified when more videos get posted. I cannot wait to see you in the next video. I really hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you then. Enjoy these screenshots.